Well, I think we're to the point where we can maybe build the game and run around and see how it looks. There's, of course, more that we can do. You know, I've added the boxes and some pill bottles and cigarettes and other things in the scene. But I think we can go ahead and adjust our player settings and build the game just to see how it looks. So if you want to build the game, what you can do is come over here to File, Build Settings. Of course, you're going to need the Pro version of Unity to build a couple of these kinds of games, but many of them can be built with the Personal Edition, and the Unity splash screen will just be what the user sees first. Using the Pro Edition will allow you to get rid of that Unity splash screen, and also will add some more advanced features as well. I'm going to go ahead and build a Mac version since I'm here on a Mac. It already knows what I'm using here, so it's already brought up the Mac OS X choice for me. What I need to do is put the scenes I want to build up here in this window. So if you have multiple scenes and you're in code switching from one scene or level in your game to another, you need to bring them up into here. I'll just go into my scenes folder, and I've got these test scenes I've been using as we've been going along. This is the current one. I'll just take this scene test up into here and drop it. So let's say this was our splash screen scene or level. That would go first. You can see here that it's got the number 0 here. Let's say I had other scenes or levels I wanted to bring in. I could just drag them in, one right after the other. And you can see here that they've got ID numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, and they'll go on up. And you can rearrange these just by clicking and dragging. And so in code, you would reference these ID numbers when you want to load a scene. I'm going to go ahead and select this and hit the delete key. And for each of these, I'll just delete them out of there. And now we're left with the one scene that we want to use. Another thing I can set up from this window are the player settings. And what I want to do is adjust the resolution of the player settings or of the view. And I can come down here and click on player settings. And over here you can see I've got my default screen width already set for 1280 and my screen height set for 720. So you'll probably see it when you come in here the first time. You'll probably see it with default is full screen already checked, and I don't like that, so I'm going to uncheck that and just plug in what I want the screen height and width to be. Alright, so I have that taken care of. Now I can come over here to this screen and just build my game. So I'll click on build, and I've already created a builds folder here, so I'm going to go ahead and just save this in that folder. I'll hit save. I've already done this once before, so I'll hit replace, and there it goes. So now it has built the game. I'll browse to that folder, and now to play the game, all I need to do is double click the file. Now if this was a Windows machine, you would have the build file or the exe plus a folder, and the folder would just have a few files in it that the exe needs to run. So just know that on a Windows machine, you're going to need both that executable and that folder of extra files. So I will double click on this, and I think I'll run it at beautiful as opposed to fantastic. I love the terms there. Just since I'm recording here, it might bog it down a bit if I go too high. So I've got the windowed option checked, and I'll click play. Here is the game loading up. And there we are. So I can run around with WASD and just take a look at my scene. So this is the actual build of the game. We can go in here and take a look at the kitchen. And here's the living room. The boxes, and I put some blinds on the windows there. So there we go. We've got our finished level. I'll go ahead and exit out of this. Quit. And there we go. So I hope this course has been helpful to you. I've certainly enjoyed going through the process of using Blender and Unity together in a very integrated way to build a game level. Well, thank you again, and take care.